Okay, so let's try and draw a realistic portrait. So we want it to look like a real person. So the first thing I want to do is take my paper and I want to fold it in half. So I'm going to fold it just like this. And what that does is that gives me a nice line down the middle. And that line is going to be kind of like a guide that helps me with my drawing. Alright, so you can fold your paper in half, or just figure out where the middle of the paper is like that. Now, if we were in school, I would just give you a head shape that you could trace like this. I might be able to put one on line for you, we'll see. But basically, if you look at it, you want to draw a nice big head shape. This thing takes up most of the paper. Alright, so I'm just going to trace all the way around it. There we go, nice big head shape. If you can't trace the head shape that I put online, then just ask somebody at your house. Say, hey, can you draw me a head shape for my portrait? Mr. Eber said it was all right. Okay, or you can just try to draw it yourself. Okay. Most important thing is just to draw it nice and big, like that. Alright, so once we get the head shape, we want to start with the eyes. Okay, most people draw their eyes in the wrong place. They put them like up near the top of the head shape, but they're actually in the middle of the head shape. So that's why we have this line right here. That tells us this is where the eyes go, on this line. Not above the line, on the line. So I like to just kind of estimate where the middle is. So that's about in the middle. And I want you to draw nice big eyes. Okay, when you draw it, you draw just kind of like a long a long rainbow like this. So you just kind of draw a nice long rainbow shape like that. That's on top of the line. And then you draw another long rainbow shape under the line, just like that. See how nice and big that eye is? Yeah, draw a nice big one. The tricky part is drawing another one over here that looks, close to that one. So, I'm just going to try my best. Kind of try to make it look the same, be about the same length. There we go. And then do the one underneath. Hey, that's pretty close. This one looks a little bit bigger than that one. That's okay. Now we have two circles in our eye. We have a big circle, that's our eye color, and then we have a smaller circle that's black. Now we don't see the top of the big circle, so I usually just draw the sides of the circle like this. Alright, so put one of those in each eye, and then do the smaller circle inside that one. There we go, some nice big eyes. Now let's do some eyebrows. So I'm going to just draw another big curvy line, and then I'm going to draw another curvy line that attaches to it on the ends like that. Okay, here we go, and there we go. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to do a nose. There's so many different ways to draw a nose, but we're going to do a real simple one. Let me draw one on the back. You're just going to do diagonal line that curves underneath and then just comes across, just like that. So diagonally down, curves, and comes across. So your nose starts between your eyes, goes down, curves, across, just like that. Okay, and draw a nice big nose, not like a little teeny tiny bird beak nose. You want a big long nose, because your nose is big. Everybody's is. Alright, now the teeth. We want a big happy portrait. So we're going to draw a big smile line, a big curves up line, just like that. And then you want to draw one that connects like this, connects to the ends of the line. So there we go. Oh, that's a big open mouth smile. And then you just draw a line through the middle for our teeth. And then you can just draw some lines that go from top to bottom. Okay, now don't draw too many teeth. You don't have like a whole bunch of teeth that are going to show in the front, just a few. So there we go. Got the teeth. Let's do the ears. So if we look where the line is, where we folded our paper, that's where the top of the ear should go. It should go right on that line. And an ear is just kind of a capital letter C. Just draw a big capital letter C. See that? Letter C. Okay, and then you do a backwards letter C over on this side. There we go. And let's put a neck on here. Okay, your neck holds your head up, so it can't be too skinny. It needs to be wider. Nice wide neck. There we go. Now the hair is probably the thing that most people do wrong. They usually just draw some hair on top and say, I'm done. Okay, but that's not how it works. Let's look at this. Excuse me. You actually have hair that comes down low. So if you actually put your thumb and your finger like this on your eyebrow and you raised your finger up, you wouldn't go very far until you actually touched your hair. Okay, so your hair is close to your eyebrows. So we don't want like a humongous forehead here. So we're going to draw what's called the hairline. That's kind of like where the hair starts. So I want to come up just a little bit higher than my eyebrows. And I'm going to draw a line that goes all the way across. That's the hairline. Okay. So then if you touch in front of your ears on your head, there's hair there. So I got to draw some hair that comes down in front of my ears. So I start on the hairline, and it just kind of curves down close to the ears like that. Okay, start on the hairline, curves down to the ears, and then comes over. There we go. So now we got to put the hair on top. Now everybody's hair can look different. So if we start off with this shape, then we just got to make it look like the hair that we want. So if I were going to do this one here, I would start at the ears and just, it's kind of curly hair, so I would just do kind of a curvy, bumpy line all the way over the top from ear to the other ear on this side. And then I would put, you know, just some bumpy lines across the hairline. So across here, boom, 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 and it'll look like it's got curly hair. Now this guy, he doesn't have curly hair, he's got spiky hair. So instead of a bumpy line, I would do more of a zigzag line all the way across from one side to the other side. And then I would put some zigzags on the hairline. So I'd start on the hairline and I would draw some zigzag lines. Okay, and that'll give you pointy hair. Say you've got long hair. You've got long hair like that hangs down over in the front, you know, like this, and then you've got long hair on the sides and on top. So what you would do on this one is for the bangs right here, you would start on the hairline and you would just draw a curvy line over to the side, and then come over here and draw another curvy line over to the side. Okay, and that'll give you bangs. Then you start on top of the head and you just draw a line that goes all the way down to the bottom. So I'd come up here, just draw it all the way down past the ears to the bottom of the paper. And I would do that on both sides. So I would come up here, draw it all the way down to the bottom. So that's if you got long hair. Say you have maybe a medium length hair like this one. Okay. Same thing with the bangs. They just start on the hairline and go to the side like that. And then I would start on top, come down, and then before I got all the way to the bottom, I would just, you know, end the hair. I could do a straight across, or I could do a zigzag line like I did here. And do the same thing on this side, all the way, all the way down, stop, and then just cut it off at the bottom. Okay, so depending on, you know, what kind of hair you want to draw, you're just going to have to choose and draw how it looks. Okay, but you want to start with this basic hairline, hair down in front of the ears, and then you add the rest. Okay? Alright, so that's how it works. Let's try it out.